demonstrates how Kingo uses the Gmail settings basic scope. I will show you why this scope is necessary and how we use it responsibly with read-only access. First, let me show you a user account with multiple Gmail aliases configured. As you can see, this user has configured multiple send as addresses, their primary email address, and an alias. This is common for users managing multiple email identities. Now, when this user receives an email addressed to their alias, let me show you this incoming email. Here it is. They want any auto-generated draft reply to automatically use that same alias as the sender address, not their primary email. Without access to the send as settings, we cannot reliably determine which alias received the email. We need to read the user's configured aliases to match the recipient address correctly. When Kingo processes the incoming email to generate a draft reply, here's what happens. First, we call the Gmail API endpoint, which is settings/send as. This is the only functionality provided by the Gmail settings basic scope. We read the user's list and send as aliases. We then compare the recipient address in the incoming email. In this case, this is the recipient of the email. And we compare it against the list of aliases we retrieved. When we create the draft reply, you can see that the from field is automatically set to match the alias that received the original email. Here it is. This ensures the reply maintains the correct sender identity. Important point about our use of this scope is that this is read-only access. We call this settings endpoint to read the list of sent as aliases. We never modify, create, or delete any email settings or filters. We only access this data when generating a draft reply. We don't continuously monitor or cache these settings. The API call happens only when needed during the draft creation. We only extract the email addresses from the aliases, specifically the send as email field, which is the minimum data needed to match the recipient addresses. This data is processed in memory and is not stored permanently in our database. This feature provides clear user value. It ensures professional email communication by maintaining consistent sender addresses. Without this scope, we cannot reliably determine which alias to use, which would require manual user intervention for every draft, defeating the purpose of automatic draft generation. This scope is essential because there is no other reliable way to determine which alias received an email without accessing the send as settings. That's how Kingo uses the Gmail settings basic scope for read-only access to send as aliases used exclusively during draft creation to ensure correct sender addresses selection. Thank you.